All right, Shalom, 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 Israel. Lamar coming back at you another lesson through the spirit and power of Yah Bashim Yahushua. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the house of David. I also want to give a peace and salutation to the hopeful elect that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. I also want to give another peace and salutation to the 12 tribe brethren and sisters that's striving in these last days, man, keeping the commandments. All right. And as you can see, I'm going to make a quick response video to this to this statement that this individual did. It said, how can you provide for two wives making minimum wage? And this is the point where we always say, man, mind your daily business, stop being concerned with what matters that don't concern you, right? You have no jurisdiction of what a brother does in his household. If a brother wants to have 2-3 wives and he wants his wives to work or however he gets it done, man, right? Y'all got to stop doing this, man. And it's sad that these miserable ass women and these miserable dudes will go to this extent, right? Just because you can't handle it don't mean the next brother can't handle it. Just because you can't afford it does not mean the next brother can't afford it. You don't know what a brother can afford. You don't know what's her brother's tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? And what is your definition of minimum wage? Right? Because where I live at, minimum wage is $7.25. I make more than minimum wage. So when brothers fix their mouth, man, it's a lot of folly and madness that comes out of it. Right? So we're gonna get this, man. Right. This is Sirach chapter 8, verse 17. It says, strive not in a manner that concerneth thee not, and sit not in the judgment with sinners. My son, meddle not with many matters. For if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing, right? So you indulge in the matters that don't concern you, right? This not going to get you salvation, right? This not going to get you right with the Most High, worried about polygyny, right? One man and woman worrying about polygyny, man, right? It just madness. This shouldn't be all what we talking about, People are arguing about something that's a personal preference, right? And we go get this, man, right? Go get the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 21. Right? It says, seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength, right? And something polygyny is above a lot of brothers and sisters' strength, right? They can't fathom it, right? We always say that the sisters, they with monogamy and the Romans beating it into them and the customs, it was beating to Jake too, man. Because Jake, he literally fight with the woman and take the woman's side on this, man. Right? If a man wants to go out and get a woman, right? Long as he's able to do these three things, and I'm gonna explain it too, man. Long as he's able to do these three things that I'm about to go into the law show, then there is no issues, man. Right? A woman is a helpmeet. Right? When you go into that word helpmeet, it means to support, secure, to aid. Right? When you're aiding somebody, you helping somebody. You helping them build. Right? And I can say we in captivity all day, because I'm not going to use that excuse on this video, even though that's what it is. And I'm gonna call it how it is. A woman can come in the truth with 4 or 5 different baby daddies, and and as soon as the man want another wife, that's where the line is drawn, right? A man can deal with how much woman he wants to deal with, man, right? And just because you got an opinion on it does not make it correct or literally correct, man, right? If you're not going to the law to prove these things, you need, obviously, honestly, you need to shut the fuck up, man. Right? Let's go to Exodus 21. Right? It say, Exodus 21:10 say, if he take him another wife, her food, right? A man must provide food, right? Her raiment, right? Raiment is clothing, right? Must provide clothing, and her duty of marriage, right? When you go into that word marriage in Hebrew, it goes back to the word onah, right? What does that mean? It means you're sexually cohabiting, meaning you are living together, right? So if a man can provide some type of stability in that aspect, maybe a house, it could be a damn two bedroom apartment, man. Y'all living together. That's what that means. That's what marriage is. Marriage means sexual cohabitation. So he not diminished. So just because when you add another wife, the things that you provide for the first wife, you have to provide for the second, right? You have to, man. You can't diminish that. So food, clothes, and duty of marriage, right? Which is sexual intimacy, right? And if you know, it could be a house or apartment, a place that y'all can dwell at. Ain't gotta be no mansion. Ain't gotta be a 8-bedroom house. As long as you have a dwelling, man, you dwelling somewhere. You and your wife, right? That's what marriage means. Marriage means to dwell together, man, to become one flesh, right? So he not diminished, and if he do not these three things unto her, then she should go free without money, right? She can leave without money, man. Does that mean she can go marry another man? No, right? Because that husband is still alive unless he puts her away or he found some uncleanness that she did. It might be fornication, adultery, things of that sort, right? But a woman always supposed to leave a marriage without any money, man. Right? And ultimately, we know we are saved by grace, right? We're in a grace period. Obviously, during the ancient times, you know, the only way that a woman can leave her husband was through, or through adultery, right? Which is a sin that's worthy of death, capital punishment, right? But going to Deuteronomy 24th chapter, right? A man can find uncleanness, or he simply didn't want his wife no more. He can put her away, get her to build a divorce, send her out of his house, and then she can go be another man's wife. Now, a woman can't leave her husband unless, number one, he dies, he's no longer alive, or she commits adultery, right? So a man has to be able to provide these things. If a man is able to provide these things, right, and some type of stability, then he can afford it, right? Y'all getting y'all emotions and y'all feelings that don't translate to the fucking scriptures, and it's getting fucking annoying, right? Stop indulging in matters that don't concern you. If you can't handle it, you just can't handle it. If you don't want it, that's cool. That's between you and your woman. But don't put your opinion on other brothers, right? Because if that's what the brothers want, then that's what he want, right? You got 1 Corinthians 10 and 23, 1 Corinthians 6 and 12, when they say all things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. You also got Sirach 37, 27, 28, right? Everything is not, all things are not proper unto all men, right? So a brother might not think having multiple wives is profitable, and that's okay. It's a personal preference, man, right? It's laws in the Bible that say, okay, if you go do this, this is what you have to do. That's what's in there. There's no law in the Bible that say, thou shalt have multiple wives, right? Now, it say if a man takes him another wife, that's when it starts explaining itself, right? It's not a sin to do monogamy. It is not a sin to do polygyny, right? So if you're a brother that come across this video and you might be interested in polygamy, as long as you're able to provide these things for your woman, hey, go ahead for it. If you can handle it, go ahead for it. You ain't gotta be rich. You ain't gotta be rich to have multiple wives. You ain't gotta be making a certain type of income to have multiple wives. You can have you can create you a business, brother, and have your wives work for you. And y'all can have a thriving. It's all about building and working together, man. Not a woman just sitting on her goddamn ass doing nothing, man, at home. That's not what it's about. That's the way a lot of you women think, man. You think y'all can just be at home all damn day and sit on your goddamn ass. No, that's not what it's talking about. Our woman back in the ancient world, our women hustled, man. They worked. They took care of the house, right? They plant whole vineyards, right? They were selling merchandise. They were entrepreneurs, man. It's a bunch of madness. You can tell who's reading the Bible, reading the scriptures, and who not, right? But I just wanted to make a quick video on that. I want to bring this out before we end this video. And a lot of y'all are in sin for this, man. If you add into the law, you are in sin. Right? It's Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 2. It says, ye shall not add until the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish out from it. Right? How do y'all diminish out from it? Saying polygamy is a sin. Saying it's not in the law. Saying it's not in the Bible, clearly what is in the Bible. And our forefathers did it. Hey, that's our forefathers. The Bible literally say we are our forefathers. That was back in that time. That was King David and King Solomon. Did King Solomon sin by these things? Man, y'all don't read, man. Right? They say, ye shall not add into the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish out from it, that ye may keep the commandments of Yahweh, your power, which I command you. Right? Stop adding and taking away from the law, man. You are in sin. If you say something is a sin and it's not, you are in sin. Right? Straight up like that. But I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Shalom.